in the hospitals to track how they died when they came in. And yeah, we did this, and yeah, we did that. So they've already done it all these thousands of times, they admit. I mean, I took a small sampling in that film. And we go, okay, they've done all this over and over again. What could they be doing now? And then suddenly they're on Japanese and U.S. news going, maybe we should spray the people with kind of a Prozac-type chemical to make them calm. Maybe we should put statins so you don't have heart attacks. Statin drugs, anti-cholesterol drugs in the water for children. Perhaps we should put lithium in all the water supply so that, this was in the news last week, so that everybody will be happy. So we know they're spraying and putting stuff in the water already. We know there's high-altitude atmosphere manipulation going on. We know there's low-level spraying going on. The real laboratory for this is some of the Pacific Islands. But, look, they're playing God, folks. We'll be right back.
Silver is mankind's oldest natural antibiotic. This very special mineral has been used for centuries by most cultures throughout the world. Utopia, Texas is home to a small but mighty supplement company called Utopia Silver, who offers colloidal products produced in distilled water without use of animal protein, nitrates, or saline solutions. Because our colloidal silver is made up of nano-sized particles, it can be better utilized at the cellular level, and germs can't mutate to be resistant like they can to modern-day antibiotics. Utopia Silver has a broad range of health supplements, including colloidal silver, gold, and copper, with a money-back guarantee on the colloidal products we produce. For 4 years, Utopia Silver has been fighting in the Texas courts against agencies that would steal our God-given rights of health care and freedom of speech. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTOPIA silver.com, or call 888-213-4338, 888-213-4338, and help us win this battle.
Are you wondering about your retirement portfolio? Are you confident that the financial advisor is experienced enough to combat climbing interest rates, taxes, and inflation? Stop guessing and go to the expert, Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster. When you subscribe to the International Forecaster, you get Robert Chapman's 45 years of experience and concise investment recommendations. Who needs sugar-coated excuses when you can get the cold hard facts and proven investment leads you can't get anywhere else? For a free introductory copy to Robert Chapman's International Forecaster, subscribe now at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. Experience the difference. When you subscribe, you can email Robert Chapman directly to obtain investment advice tailored just for you. Don't wait another minute. Subscribe today at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. That's 877-479-8178.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Since 1991, the 7 Store has been helping you prepare in the event of an emergency. The 7 Store is unlike any company you have ever seen, offering a complete line of products that will prepare you for any catastrophe. At the 7 Store, we do something very different for our customers. Out of hundreds of preparedness companies in the United States, we are the only one who offers the most complete variety of preparedness items. From storable food, survival, terror and pandemic kits, water storage and self-reliant items, the 7 Store is your place for preparedness. The 7 Plan, our 46-page preparedness guidebook, is your go-to guide to help you prepare for the unexpected. You can get this book with no purchase or obligation absolutely free. For more information, please visit us online at the7store.net. That's the7store.net. or call us today at 888-654-3447. That's 888-654-3447.
Scientists arrested for smuggling vials using Ebola research in the United States. That's coming up in the next segment. And a bunch of other news. Let's continue with your phone calls. Jill in Arizona. You're on the air. Welcome.
Thanks, Alex. I'm a first-time caller, but I have two little things I want to address to you. One is, I think it was 3 weeks ago, you had a minister on who read you Romans 13 about everyone must submit himself to the governing authorities. You remember that, minister?
I think I had a minister, a Baptist preacher, who was beat up at an illegal checkpoint.
Well, he was saying that he was getting letters sent to him by the government to preach Romans 13. Well, anyways, on that note, if you read that one, that's from the New International Version of the Bible, but if you read the King James Version, it doesn't say anything like that. So one was put out by the government, totally, and then the other one, the King James Version. Anyways, that was my point. And then the other question
No, let me just back you up. Look, it's real simple. All of the major prophets were either killed or the government tried to kill them for not following the government's orders. Jesus was killed for not following the political and religious leaders' orders. Paul was killed. They were all killed. And so, and Jesus went in and beat the money changers, and it was all about standing up against evil. And Moses said no to Pharaoh. And by the sickening Romans 13 misinterpretation, that was Hitler's favorite quote. You read Goebbels' writings, he would laugh at Christians, how they would use that. And it was really Hitler started that, and then, of course, our government adopted it. The 68 Gun Control Act is word for word, because former Senator Dodd, not the current one, the old one's dead, he had been on the Nuremberg trial as a lawyer. And so he took it and changed the German to English, changed the name, and only a few lines are changed of the bill. We have the Nazi gun control law here in America. So they love it. I mean, the government hasn't found something the Nazis did they don't love. Black uniforms, Homeland Security. It was called Reich Security, Land Security in Germany. It's all almost a carbon copy with a little bit of Soviet and East German and Chi-Com mixed into the management system. Literally, they admit they've drawn from all of these. And so Romans 13 is a complete, giant, stinking fraud, and that's why they teach it in the churches. Go ahead.
Okay, and my second part to the question is, we've been talking to some people here in Arizona, and one of the ladies said, why would you want to fight it? Why not just stand down and let them go ahead and do their tyranny? Why not bring the second coming in? And I'm thinking, well, it's not really going to bring the second coming because Christ is going to come whenever he wants to, not when they say, oh, here, we're going to bring tyranny to everybody so Christ will come. And so she basically told my husband and I that we were crazy and that we were lunatics and we should just stand down and not worry about it because the government...
Christianity has turned from go out and say slavery is wrong and be killed for it, or, take 1st century, 2nd century, 3rd century Christians in Rome killed by the hundreds of thousands over those several hundred years for not bowing down. Caesar said, you will bow to Jupiter, you will bow to Saturn, you will bow to Janus, you will bow, and they said no, and they said you die. Then according to the churches today, those Christians are going to hell because they should have hit their knees to Moloch. Now, it's asinine. But again, look, a cowardly, soft-handed, domesticated people that want to put on their little dresses and suits and go pimp around at church, and the guys find boyfriends and the girls find boyfriends, and that's what they do. The churches are the main homosexual facilities. And they go there, and that's where they find that's their sexual preference. My point is mainly Christian churches, the big ones, are for the men to have sex with men. And I'm not trying to shock people here on air. I mean, this is what I've discovered. I mean, take Bohemian Grove. Christian conservative leaders go there. It's a giant 15-day homosexual orgy. And I found the liberals like women. And I mean, it's I guess it sounds insane, ladies and gentlemen, but everything's insane. Anything else, ma'am?
So my husband said, so you're going to